Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Kiro bringing you yet another Wonderlands update video. In this week's update, we have a brand new Glutton's Gamble DLC coming out, so that's pretty cool. And I will be making a separate update guide on that, along with some pretty major class adjustments. So sit back, relax, grab some snacks, and let's jump on into this video. Alright guys, now to start off this video, they have added a new special vending machine at the end of a Chaos Chamber run that will stock a new legendary weapon each week, giving you more of an incentive to farm Chaos Chamber runs, each week in my opinion. Now, it's pretty cool. Like, this week's legendary will be the Sword Explosion, so if you're a Spore Warden or Stabomancer player like myself, you really need to get this weapon after its crazy 350% buff last week. Now, we also had some patches to weapons and melee dedicated drop rates, along with some various weapon changes as well. So if you're interested in this, you can read all of that on the Wonderlands website. Now, as for the main part of this update, which is the class adjustments, I'm just going to read this straight off the official Wonderlands update site, so bear with me. Now, for the Berserkers, or the Berserker, we have a Blast Chill and Blast Gasp for Graveborn, could overlap a scale damage out of the anticipated range in the end game when combined with other damage scaling. Now, this is all going to sound like gibberish unless you're using them, so just keep this in mind. So Blast Chill has been adjusted to award a chance to release a Nova on melee attacks instead of actually on every melee attack, which is a pretty big buff. Pretty big nerf. Savagery has been increased to doing 6% per point of melee damage. Damage received from attacks will, when close to enemies while using the old ways, has been reduced to 40%. So it's a 60% reduce. Iron Squall melee attack speed has been increased to 4% per point in the skill. So that's not too bad. So for 4% per stack, I can presume. Now, Spore Warden, the Wrath of Nature has been adjusted to do 10% increased damage per point in the skill. So again, 10% per point, I'm pretty sure means the per stack. So yeah, it's been adjusted to do 10% increased damage per stack. Increased Affinity's ability damage to award 9% per point to give it additional power in early game. Increases the Bullseye's critical hit chance to 12% per stack, which again, that's pretty damn good. Now, Clawbringer has the most changes. It's changed the Cleaning Flame action skill to do fire damage instead of just melee damage. It's also increased the Ore's critical hit chance to 13% per point, along with the increased Ore's critical hit damage to 7% per point, which is pretty damn good, to be honest. It's increased the dedication action skill cooldown rate with max ward to 6%. It's also increased the Dragon Aura elemental damage to 5% per stack, along with the rebuke damage reduction to 4% per stack. And again, I'm sorry, this is just very, very percentages, and it's only gonna you're only gonna know what this means if you're actually in the skill. So again, if you're interested in any of these, be sure to check it out yourself, because it's gonna mean, yeah, you can just look at whichever one you need to look at. Anyway, but yes, also increased the Oath of Thunder melee bonus damage to 6% per point, also increasing the Fire Bolt damage gun to 10% per point, and the Storm's Breath damage reduction to 15% per point. Now, as for the Graveborn, it's adjusted Blast Gasp ability damage to 7% per point to compensate for additional bug fixes to the skill. Increased the Harvest bonus Dark Magic to 5% per point. This brings the bonus magic damage up to a 30% total at max stacks. And it also increases the Stain of the Soul to deal 5% per dark magic damage per point. Now again, just for reference, per point is per stack. Now for the Stabomancer, we have an increased Ethereal Blade melee damage to do 150% of your melee weapon. It's also increased the Ghost Blade weapon damage to 85%. Spell Shot, we have an adjusted Double Knot to do 4% bonus gun damage on spell critical hits. And yeah, that's it. So we have some pretty crazy changes to classes, so be sure to check all of these out for yourself, because like I said, it's all good and well me reading these out for you guys, but it's not going to make any sense unless you actually know what you're looking at. So I highly recommend just going on their website and just checking out all these updates. Now, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this Wonderlands update video. Let me know what you guys think of all these changes, and if you're excited for the new Glutton's Gamble DLC. Hopefully it's not as bad as the previous one. I know everyone slated them because it wasn't really a DLC. But yeah, we won't open that can of worms. Anyway, so if you're enjoying these videos, be sure to watch some of my other guide videos, drop a like, and consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you'll always be notified of all my future uploads. And until next time, guys, peace.